low. My heart beats fast, we're dancing slow. Oh, doesn't get any better than this. You are my happiness. I said, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness. Oh, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness. Well, Lordy me, I do declare you're the apple of my eye. You're the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, the spoonful of sugar in my iced tea. Let's shake a leg, cut a rug, twist and shout, do a jitterbug. Oh, doesn't get any better than this. You are my happiness. I said, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness. Oh, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness. Don't tell Gloria Steinem. Don't tell Hillary. I might have immense IQ and a PhD. I can run a marathon and my very own company. But this liberated woman must confess that you are my happiness. I said, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness. Oh, you are my happiness. You are my happiness. I'm a liberated woman, but I must confess that you are my happiness.
Okay.
Go.
Hey, that was Caroline Ferrante with Stranded Happiness. And we're back. So let's talk about the music with Spider. That's me. I'm in good old Flatland, Ohio, by the Great Lakes, a little bit south. And over in Tacoma, who do we have there?
Me, Shelley, Shels.
Yay!
Yay.
Da, 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 da. And of course, over the phones, we've got Jeff from Montauk Music. And
hello.
Us about management and publicizing and promotion and all kinds of good stuff. All the underbelly of the musical business side of things.
The jack of all trades.
But it's back to, I think you played, Shels, you played 9 Mile Roots on the Floor before, is that correct?
Yep.
Earlier?
Yep.
9 Mile Roots is an interesting band. They're a perfect snapshot of, kind of what we were talking about, being a local band trying to make it bigger. But they may never go on like a national tour, even if they had the opportunity to, and they're okay with that. But they're phenomenally talented. Their live shows are, they're a hit. They're, obviously you heard their reggae style. And, they've done really well with their releases. We've done really well working their releases and getting attention for them and stuff. And they're able to be, kind of stay in this local mid-Atlantic marketplace and do really well. They played with Dirty Heads before in Ocean City. They played like some major reggae festivals up in Philly and stuff. And to me, that's their objectives. That's where they want to take their act and what they're doing, and they're able to do that. Whereas, so it's kind of like they've got their heads around where they want to go, and they're getting there. And so it's nice to set those objectives and see them get there and work towards them. And so they actually have an album coming out in September, and I'm really looking forward to it. They have released some of the songs already, kind of, in the new model of let's put out a song a month and then lead up to it, which On the Floor is one of those songs. But I do think with the release of their next album, I think it's going to bring them some more attention that they've, on a level that they've never had before. So that'll be exciting.
Nice. Cool. And we just got played on one of your other musicians that you have. It was Caroline
Ferrante. Yeah.
Ferrante.
Yes, Caroline, she's amazing. She's a dynamo. I met her at a local music festival, and she approached me and said, I'm looking for somebody to work with, like what you do. Let's sit down and talk. And she's like Americana, folk, R&B, and blues. And she kind of mixes all these things together, and it comes out really well. She's got a stellar voice. And again, the live show is great. And she's got that, if I say that stage presence, you know what I mean, right? Where you can just, you really feel the energy emanating from somebody. That's her when she performs. It's great. But she's also really behind a lot of causes, and I mean in a serious way. So, she started a group called Songwriters Against Sexual Assault, and has put together shows about that. And so, she's also, I'm trying to think of the other groups she's involved in. I'm forgetting it off the top of my head. But the point is, she's also different. So, like Nine Mile Roots to me is a little bit different than most bands come to me and go, we want to be huge, we want to be, the best, and we want to tour nationally and, sell 1 million records. She's different as well because she wants to take these things that she's passionate about and, make sure that everything that we do is working towards developing, some more attention and notice for these things and really getting people to, pay attention within what she does and, get people behind these causes and as well as her music. But it's to her, it's all intertwined. And it's just refreshing and fun because, in doing so, she's naturally able to engage people and bring them into what she's talking about and singing about. And, you get an emotional response because her music, if you listen to it, the album all the way through, it's quite emotional. It's highs and lows and it grabs you, but also, to bring attention to all these things. And it's working because, since we've been working together, she's gone to New York and done really well, and she's gone to other cities and done really well. So we're still at the early stages as far as working together, but it's really interesting to see like a different approach and a unique approach, and it's really working well. So to me, it's really about, it's not like you have to, have this one set mind, the kind of mindset how you do things. It's okay to think outside the box and really define who you are, and then just come up with a smart way of going about things. Making sure that everything is driving towards what you want to achieve.
Nice. Yeah, she sounds like a very interesting person to have on the show too. So get in touch with her. I'd be happy to talk to her.
I'm sure she would. She'd love to come on the show. We'll make it happen.
Awesome. Right, cool.
Yeah, and I'd rather she speaks to her causes too because they're near and dear to her heart, and I'd really like her own words to come across and her own stories to reflect where that comes from, because I think that's an important part of her, who she is as a musician. So yeah, we'll make that happen.
Awesome. Very awesome. And now, Spider, do you have anything to ask him since you are, actually any more questions to say since you are a new musician?
Well, a couple things. I know you mentioned a couple of the different musical styles that you're currently representing. Do you have any limits to how wide the music net is that you usually represent, or like would you how far genre wise do you swing really? I mean, is it all music all the time, doesn't matter who it is, or are there some things that you just like, I'm not really into this kind of thing, I can't put my all into it, I'm going to pass on this kind of thing? Is there anything that limits you in that area?
Yeah, it's more of the latter. So it's really just certain genres that I don't prefer to work with just because I'm not passionate about them. Mm-hmm. So, I want to be able to listen to the music that I work with and love it and embrace it, and put it on while I'm working and enjoy it. Not like, it's a work project I've been handed that I'm regretting and that I don't want to have to even deal with. So really it's about staying away from those genres, which to me, and sorry if I offend anybody in their tastes, but to me it's country, it's EDM, and really to me those are the two genres that I'm just like, it's nothing in my rotation is really within those genres. That said, I do love Southern rock, that can touch upon country, and I've worked with a successful Southern rock band that then went country. they gone country. So, we no longer worked together when they went country, and that wasn't the impetus for it, but that definitely was, a motivating factor for me to be like, yeah, I want to be passionate, and I loved your guys' music when it was Southern rock focused. But, to me, it's country now, and I'm not going to get fired up. Another thing, too, is over doing this for as long as I have, you definitely do create, relationships with people in different genres, right? So as a PR guy, it's great to have a relationship with a major media outlet like Washington Post or Mashable.com or somebody like that. And then I can go to them time and time again and, say, hey, what about this band I'm working with? You like them? Check them out. But, then you get into genre-specific websites. And, so if I were to sign a country band tomorrow, I don't have any relationships with any of the country-focused websites or outlets, media outlets, if you will. And so that's something that I would have to take a lot of time to cultivate. And so, I focus, to me, it's rock. I guess you can actually boil it down to certain ones. So it's rock, Americana, reggae, and then tribute bands. And tribute bands are a hot thing right now. And it's great to work with them, especially because the bands that they tend to work with on the tribute side are very experienced, and they've been out on the road doing it for a long time already, and they need help to polish their marketing up. And how do we throw our name over the other tribute bands in the same, they cover the same artist? And so yeah, in a nutshell, it's really like it's rock, it's reggae, it's Americana, it's a folk and R&B. We've done some hip hop. I do really dig hip hop. That said, I worked with somebody that knew the hip hop scene more than I did to start that off for me, because I didn't have, it's just like with country, didn't have the relationships there. So, it's about, to me, that's just smart business. If I don't know it, I'm not going to fake it. I'm going to bring in somebody that does and get it done right.
There you go. Cool.
Sorry for the long answer to a short question.
No, it's good. Now, do you work with just here in the United States, or do you work all over the world?
I'm sorry, what was that? I missed that question.
Do you work with mainly people here, bands here in the States, or do you work with bands international too?
Hold on, I'm having a hard time hearing you here.
Oh.
You're breaking up a little bit, Shels.
I am?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's a little bit of static.
Huh. Hey, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can adjust my speaker on my headset. Hang on a minute. Go ahead and ask him that same question, okay? Spider?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening, trying to hear what you were saying, and I missed the question.
I think I caught it. I think it was, do I work with bands all over the world?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. International bands.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if they've been truly international. I think to date, most of the clients I've worked with have been U.S. based. I've done plenty of international business with having bands go overseas on tour, going over to Japan, going to Mexico, going to Chile, going to Brazil, and things like that. So in the PR capacity, so in a lot of press conferences,